Hello everyone and welcome to your 4 to 5. I'm Eric Chilton alongside Chad Silber. We've got Jalen Gilkey, Lauren Kohler. We're all here today. Ready to have I did not say the gang's all here, by the way, so don't give me a hard time.
Somewhere Maddie would be very disappointed to hear you say that.
Would.
You know, TGIF, I was just thinking earlier today, who watched TGIF back in the day? Anybody else?
That.
It was like 2 hours of like comedy shows. But it occurred during like the 90s. My favorite shows were Step by Step and Family Members with Steve Urkel. Who remembers that show?
I love those shows.
Yes.
Yeah. I definitely know about Steve Urkel. Only TGIF
That's
I know
right.
of is Fridays though.
The
That's
restaurant.
It.
That's what I was thinking
Oh,
about.
right. TGI Fridays, yep. Well, either way, whether it's the shows or the restaurant or you're just happy it's Friday, we are happy too, and we're going to be on Facebook here in just a little bit, so come join the fun.
Yeah, make sure you come join us because we have a lot to talk about. Let's get to the latest news with the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. A CDC advisory committee is meeting now to decide if it's safe to resume the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. The one-dose shot was paused to investigate a potential link to a rare but serious type of blood clot. The committee is also hearing about 4 more possible cases, including an Oregon woman in her 50s who died. CBS News is reporting the CDC and FDA are leaning towards resuming the Johnson & Johnson vaccine with a warning to help doctors and patients identify possible blood clots.
I think now that we're aware of it, we're going to be able to treat this early without serious ramifications for the patient.
About 40% of Americans have received at least one vaccine shot, but the J&J pause likely contributed to some vaccine hesitancy. Nationwide, there's been an 11% week-over-week drop in vaccine appointments.
Some big news in local coronavirus hospitalizations. Guilford is reporting 40 people in county hospitals with the virus. Now, this is the lowest number the county has reported since it started sharing this number in early August. Now, it's just 2 fewer than Wednesday, but I believe this is an important milestone in the pandemic. You'll see here yesterday is blank. The county didn't report this number yesterday, but I'm not really sure the reason. A reminder, the other gaps here are Saturdays and Sundays since the county doesn't report this data over the weekend.
Racing fans can return to the Madhouse starting on June 5th. Bowman Gray Stadium Racing announced they will be kicking off its season on June 5th this year. The racetrack decided to reopen after Governor Cooper announced a possible easing of all restrictions on June 1st. Plenty of work will still need to be done to meet that June 1st deadline, as Cooper wants at least 2/3 of adults in North Carolina to have at least 1 shot of the COVID-19 vaccine doses by then.
All right, let's get to your 4 to 5 roundup. And first up, kind of an unusual stat we heard. COVID-19 has now reached the highest point on the planet. A climber on Mount Everest tested positive for the virus. First responders sent a helicopter to get the climber off the slopes to limit the spread to others. Breathing, as you might know, is already difficult at high altitudes, so any outbreak among climbers is even riskier. President Biden is making a push for a green economy on day 2 of his climate summit with world leaders. The Department of Energy also announced more than $100 million for new projects to help workers in hard-hit coal and power plant areas. Biden signaled the U.S. would work with adversaries like Russia to tackle the climate crisis and committed the U.S. to cut greenhouse emissions in half by 2030. 4 more astronauts are on their way to the International Space Station. You might have seen the SpaceX launch very early this morning. The historic launch reused parts of previous SpaceX missions to get the rocket into orbit. The crew will spend the next 6 months at the space station. As for the reusable gear, NASA says it absolutely lowers cost, which could be huge for future launches.
You know, temperature-wise, a whole different ball game now that we're seeing things kind of change up a little bit. You know, we were talking about lows in the 30s the last couple of mornings. In fact, right around the freezing mark for 2 mornings in a row. Say goodbye to that, thank goodness. We'll be in the mid to upper 40s for overnight lows tonight. And with cloud cover starting to build in, that'll help kind of blanket and isolate things and hold in the heat that the earth absorbs from the sun all day long. That's why when we get that blanket of clouds over us, overnight lows are usually warmer. And we're looking at temperatures for the most part in the low to mid 60s, just depending on where you are. We do have some 50s in our northern counties. It's comfortable, not very cold, not very warm either, just kind of right in the middle. We'll take that. Planning forecast though as you head into into Saturday, here's the deal. Anything outside for Saturday is at risk at this point. We're looking at about a 90% chance of rain. Again, 46 that overnight low, 56 by midday, with highs only going up to about 58. And we're looking at the chance of those showers at any time, basically, but a 90% is a 90%, right? That means 90% of our viewing area will see rain at some point on Saturday. Going out to a wider shot, you can see there's a lot of unsettled weather yet to work its way across the area, so that will eventually get here. The high pressure moves away, and that opens the door for us to get the cloud cover and the rain from that low pressure that will eventually move by. So look for overnight lows tonight again at 46. Our long range forecast puts us in the 50s for Saturday, but 70 and clearing on Sunday. Next week, just beautiful. 75 to 82 for the range of highs Monday through Thursday, with plenty of sun Monday through Wednesday.
Well, as we know, the coronavirus pandemic put many events on hold. I'm talking concerts, festivals, and even school talent shows. But one 10-year-old North Carolina girl is hosting a virtual talent show for kids all across the country that will benefit St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. And I spoke to a 6th grader right here in Greensboro who will get to showcase his vocals for a good cause. 12-year-old Evan Metz looks forward to competing in his school talent show every year. But due to the coronavirus pandemic, this year's show was put on hold.
It's just something I've always done. My dad was in a band when he was younger, and so I've always loved music.
Evan thought it was curtains closed until his mother, Susie, stumbled upon a Facebook post.
I thought of doing a talent show.
A friend in Topsail Beach posted a video of her daughter with an idea to cheer kids up during the pandemic.
She decided to do a virtual talent show and have the proceeds go to a charity, and she chose St. Jude's. I presented to Evan, and he was like, yeah, sure, I'd love to do it. So we kind of went from there.
Ella Green's virtual talent show will air live on Facebook April 29th, with more than 30 kids from different states participating. All submitted videos with various talents. Evan submitted this clip of him singing Cigarette Daydreams by Cage the Elephant.
I think it gives people stuff to do, something to look forward to, and it makes people happy at St. Jude's and the people that get to do the talent show, knowing that they're doing something good for the world.
According to the St. Jude Children's Research Hospital website, Ella's virtual talent show has a goal of raising $4,000 for child cancer research, with more than $2,000 already raised.
I mean, it makes me feel good just knowing that there's someone out there that needs help and we're trying to help them.
So the show airs next Thursday at 7 p.m. on Facebook, and it is free, but donations for St. Jude is highly encouraged. So I'll have all those details out on our website.
That's really cool. And St. Jude's is such a great organization. I mean, and just the kind of work that they do is really incredible for families.
I love St. Jude. I just moved from Memphis, and the main campus is there, so we're able to see all the work that they do. All of the funding helps parents. They don't have to pay a bill when their children go there. They don't have to pay for transportation. Food, lodging, all of that. And most of that money comes from events just like this.
And this is a great event. And Evan, by the way, he went to my younger two elementary school, so I've seen him sing in 2 talent shows before. That is his thing. He loves it. And that's a good kid that decides to get involved in something like this and help a great cause like St. Jude.
And what a wonderful idea. Kids are so full of surprises. You never know where they can come up. So selfless and just thinking of others in a time like this, not only giving kids across the country something to look forward to and something to do, because there hasn't been much to do over the last year, but to then take, raise donations and then give that money to kids that are truly in need is just a wonderful concept. And good luck, Evan.
Yeah, absolutely. And the talent, the young lady who actually started this whole thing, she said kids can do anything. They can even tie their shoes. They could cheerlead. They could read a poem. They just wanted kids to participate. So I'm looking forward to tuning in to see what talents are presented.
That's great. We'll be right back.
Where you going,
Facebook
Chad?
time,
Goodness.
Facebook
Where do you want me to? Oh, sorry. Should we? Let's leave Jalen over there by himself. Poor Jalen. Okay, let's see, Brad. Hey, I'm gonna bring up this DeGero here and see if it works. For those on Facebook, we are
You said what?
attempting to bring up.
Not sure.
Hey, Brad, do I need to? I keep pressing start on this app, and it doesn't really start. Do I have to call receive and get them to do something? Hey, receive, if you can hear me, which I know you can, I am attempting to bring up my DiGiorno app. DiGiorno.
Fancy pants.
I'm trying to bring up my DiGiorno app.
DiGiorno Unchained.
Hey, receive, can you tell me which
I can.
which to go on here?
You asked me where the sound was.
Where do
Device
you want me,
has not
Matt
been assigned.
McNamara?
Who's going to stand at 1? Or I can
Oh, okay. You want this
Okay.
one. Okay. Cool.
Oh, here, I can look. Maybe. Is that 5 or is that?
Here's the phone.
Okay.
Hey, it's Chad. I am
was gonna say,
attempting
it's in the
bring
same
up,
like folder if you want to just go through.
DiGiorno app in
It's
the
the same
studio.
like format.
1, 2.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, it says I'm on air. Which router am
What
I
is
on?
going on, man?
8. Okay. All right. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
All right. Bye. Hey, Brad. I'm up on 8.
Okay. You know.
Output. There we are. Look at that.
Hey, look at that. Nice.
Maybe take the audio off of this. Yep. Look at there's Eric Chilton.
Oh, wait. Oh, it's delayed. That's
Yeah,
why.
it's delayed, yeah.
I was like, what's going on?
There he is. So this is what we see, people. This is what our angle of the studio. We're gonna do this a little bit more coming up, probably in the next break. So so stay tuned.
Welcome back. You know, if you have little ones, then you know how much they love dinosaurs. Well, this is an adventure I'm about to tell you about they cannot miss, and it's all done safely. And get this, it even features a 40-foot T-Rex. Yes, I spoke with Sanjay Sayal with Dinosaur Adventure to get a sneak peek. Sanjay, thanks for being with us today. You know, I'm so excited about this. Cannot wait to get my kids there. They're already excited just talking about it. Tell me what we can expect when we walk in the doors.
So Dinosaur Adventure drive-through is our revamping of what our indoor shows used to be. So we're really an indoor events company where we do events for kids indoors. Due to COVID, we had to kind of pivot and change what we do. So we took basically our indoor show and put the dinosaur pieces in there. So it's called Dinosaur Adventure drive-through, where people will be in their vehicles driving. And there's about a 40-minute audio tour that comes with it. All the dinosaurs are set up. They all move, they roar. Kids can stay in their cars, families can be COVID safe as they drive through and listen to this. Along with that, we give them a kit. They can play games along the way. There's trivia questions. So it's a really fun time for the family to spend together, get out of the house, and learn more about dinosaurs.
So I know you're doing it different now, but is there a crowd favorite? Is there one dinosaur that the kids always gravitate toward?
So of course the most common dinosaur and the most favorite is the T-Rex, and our T-Rex is almost 40 feet long. It assembles in about 4 or 5 different pieces, the legs, the tail. We have to use big cranes to put it together, and that is our crowd pleaser. We also have some very large Dilophosaurus and Brachiosauruses, so you know, we have everything from baby dinosaurs to very large dinosaurs, and they look pretty impressive when you're standing, you know, or in your car 5-10 feet from them.
We cannot wait to see this. This sounds awesome. Thank you for giving us a little bit of a sneak peek, and we'll see you out there. All right, so I asked you on Facebook, tell me your favorite place in the Triad to take your kids, although this exhibit is actually coming to us, but here's what you had to say. Scott Lynch said the zoo, an absolute perfect place to hang out and learn a few things about different species of animals. It's very, very true there. Laura said the park in Burlington where you can ride the train. I have done that with my little ones. Carol said the Science Center and the Children's Museum, 2 big ones there. John, my buddy John Berlin said Boxcar downtown. I have taken my kids there as well. Tons of old school video games. And then Zach says the Lazy 5 Ranch. All good ideas there. I can tell you that this sounds so interesting to me because when he said it's a 40-foot dinosaur and this thing, they all come up to your car. Oh. And so they interact with you a little bit. So even though it's a drive-through and it's different, that would be a lot of fun.
What a concept though, right? I know, you know, in the time of COVID where we have to make adjustments to everything we're doing to take something that was once a inside event and bring it outside and have it through like a drive-through Jurassic Park type thing. I think that's a great idea. The kids are gonna love it, and I can't wait to see myself.
Yeah, I think the kids and parents alike would love it. I want to check it out as well. As you said, Briss, bringing something like this to life, very, very cool idea.
And I'm glad that somebody commented on there about the North Carolina Zoo, Chilton, because I was there. I brought my parents there over the weekend. You can be any age to enjoy the zoo, and we got to see those new like rides. You know, the rideables.
Yes.
You know, where they're all different animals, and you can ride around the zoo on these little. They're basically kind of like golf carts, but shaped like animals. People were loving these things, and they were all over the place. And it's a little bit more expensive than you would just to walk around, but it's a cool way to see everything very quickly.
Well, and our zoo is so massive too.
Right.
That, yeah, I mean, that
the
would
world's
help.
biggest.
Is it really?
Wow.
I did
Land-wise,
not know
it is
that.
the world's biggest. And it's funny because we saw it on like a billboard in a pamphlet. My mom said, the world's largest. I don't believe it. So of course we had to do some research and found out that yes, it is the world's largest land-wise.
And by the end of the day, she's holding her feet going, I believe it, I believe it. That place, it's massive too. I mean, it really is massive. We get off the topic here. Let me go back real quick to the dinosaur thing, because there are 2 weekends that you can see this, and there are two weekends in May that it's coming to the Greensboro Coliseum. So look for this story on WFMYnews2.com, and we'll let you know all the times and how you can get tickets.
What's your favorite dinosaur?
I knew that question was coming.
Yep. Well, from Jurassic Park, it'd have to be the Velociraptors.
So I watched Jurassic Park last night actually, and my favorite is the one that doesn't eat people. So the one that
Brachiosaurus.
sneezes,
The worst one.
the one that sneezes on the
Yeah.
girl. But I think it's just because it's safe, right? I don't want to be eaten, so I want to pet you or have you sneeze on me or feed you some branches.
You want Plantosaurus. That's what you want.
Plantosaurus, yes.
Very good. All right, we're going to take a short break. We'll be right back. We get to walk through the back of the station now.
Jalen, am I that predictable?
Yes, that you are.
Go to our Facebook page. We're going to do a live showing you the back of the studio that you've never seen before. We'll see you in a minute.
Yeah. All right, I got a weather coming up here, so let's do this. Okay.
Are you going to just continue this outside?
Yeah.
Okay, there you
Is
go.
it possible?
So here's the live picture here. Here's Chilton, and you're going to take my phone.
All right, yes.
Just make sure when you're done with it, go off air. Just hit on
Top
air.
left,
Yeah,
okay.
because I don't want to kill the battery.
All right, so what you're watching on Facebook is delayed, so you'll hear my voice now, but you'll see what's happening in just a second. So I'm walking back behind the set in just a second. So I'm walking back behind the set.
Oh, he got
Oh,
echo.
now you hear my audio delayed. And we're going back through the back door. By the way, this door is massive, and it weighs, I can't even tell you how much this thing weighs. It's ridiculous. When it slams, it sounds like the building's falling apart. So this is prop storage. That's where we keep a lot of the props. Some of those go way back. We used to have some of the old shows, the props from old shows. This equipment here is actually from our Read to Succeed program that we do for the Good Morning Show when we go to elementary schools and teach them about the importance of reading. Here is the crazy part. I don't know how well you can see this, but there are like, I don't even know what they're called, drill presses and saws. This used to be a working wood shop. We had a guy named Grady who would come in. He actually made sets for us. We don't even use this very much anymore, but it is Tim Buckley's secret hideaway. We can also control the weather graphics from back here. And then this is our little pocket where we keep our controller for the weather. And then outside, up there's our bird's nest that is now empty. They've left us. I don't know where they went, maybe to Florida for a little bit. And then here's the weather garden. Here's what the chroma key wall looks like without chroma key. Oh, we got to go. I don't want to talk about this. This is really odd. We'll see you in a minute.
Is it possible that the wrong thing can haunt you for the right reasons?
Yeah, that's a good question. Well, today on U Day, Coach Lamont shares a story of a little boy who learned an important lesson.
Honest and fair dealing is the best policy. We've always heard that, right? But why is it easy for some and hard for others? It reminds me of a story about a young boy and a girl who made an exchange of goods. The boy had a collection of marbles while the girl had candies, which happened to be the boy's favorite. The boy offered to give the girl all of his marbles in exchange for all of her candy. The girl agreed. The boy gave all the marbles to the girl, but secretly kept the best marble for himself. The girl gave him all of her candies as promised. That night, the boy couldn't sleep as he kept wondering if the girl had held back any of her best candies. If you have wronged someone, reach out and make it right. Life is too short to allow a small thing to become a big thing. This is Coach Lamont reminding you to have your best you day. I'll see you tomorrow.
You know, it is a big mistake when you give your friend your cell phone and it's unlocked and your friend likes to play jokes. This is Chad Silber's phone, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, the one thing that bothered me was that, because my wife does this and I can't stand it, he had about 50 windows open. So I closed them all, trying to save your battery, but now I'm texting friends and people that...
This is dangerous.
Okay, let's walk over here to the weather wall. I don't even know. I did not text anyone that I don't know though, Chad. I'm gonna text.
This is the greatest day of my life.
I'm gonna text our producer, Matt, and just tell him how Chad feels about him. Here's what we have with temperatures out there right now. We're in the low 60s for a lot of you and some upper 50s to the north. It is comfortable. It's not too hot or not too cold, is it? Right in the middle, like where we like it. And overall, though, if you look at the planning forecast, tomorrow is a bit of a rain out. 90% chance of showers. We've got 46, so thank goodness we're through those 30s, those low 30s for overnight lows. So 46 tomorrow morning. We'll push up only into the upper 50s, and it will be honestly, kind of a rainy, chilly Saturday. You should be staying inside if you can help it. And but otherwise, then Sunday we rebound nicely. So a lot of this rain that is forecasted for tomorrow, and again, it is a 90% chance, but most of this will be by us, we think, by Sunday morning, maybe a little leftover shower. But after that, gradual clearing, and you're going to see much warmer conditions. We just have to get that cold front away from us, and that will happen second half of the weekend. So watch for highs to really start to skyrocket after that. We go 70 on Sunday next week, mid 70s Monday, low 80s for Tuesday, Wednesday, and lots of sunshine.
Who did you text?
I didn't. I was getting ready to text Matt, our producer, and then I put it in my pocket and then it locked up before I got a chance to. I was trying to find your sister. I was going to text like a family argument.
See, this is the work phone, so I don't even have my sister's number in here.
Oh, okay.
That's so funny. You should have texted Kim, our boss.
Our
said,
boss,
I quit.
I know who Chad likes now, though, since I know that's the work phone, because there were some people that weren't in there.
Oh, like who? Who wasn't in there?
Brad, our director, was not in your phone.
I honestly do not have Brad's phone number.
That may be a good
on
thing.
either phone.
Probably for the
That's
best.
probably a good thing.
We just Snapchat.
Look at Brad. He's had it. He's leaving. That way you can't get late night text.
Matt, you're gonna have to go up there. Matt, just go push the buttons.
Yes, please do.
It's a really easy job, I hear. Just push any button you want.
If you mess that up.
If Brad can do it, anybody can do it.
Here we go.
Now Brad's gonna do this job.
It's the last thing we need is Brad talking in our ear constantly.
Hey, Matt, do you know the button to do the eagle?
That's for the bald eagle, Brad.
Close. That's a close one.
Rooster.
Let's do the. We're gonna do for Facebook. We're gonna do the behind the scenes again in the next half hour.
That was really confusing, Chad. It was on such a delay. And
Yeah. How did you? So were you listening to yourself
Yes,
on a delay while talking?
So I had to try to focus.
Ooh, I don't like doing that. I feel like I'm. I don't know. I don't know. It just feels weird. I can't talk.
We used to have a lot of old props up there from the early days at Channel 2, and now they're gone. People have taken them over the years.
Really? Hey, it's that time of the week when we top off your tank with some feel-good vibes. WFMY News 2's Megan Malaris makes it her mission each week to share the blessings bringing joy to you.
It's that time of week to switch up the pace a bit after a week of very serious news in our headlines. I think all of us could use a moment to sit back, relax, and just reflect on life's many blessings. I asked you on my Facebook page, Megan Malaris News, to tell me something good, big or small, that happened in your life recently.
Eileen welcomed a precious granddaughter Sunday night. Denise's daughter became a homeowner last week. She's so proud of her. Angie added a new four-legged friend to her family. Meet Merle. So did Kim, a cuddly puppy named Karma. After a year, Pat's sister was able to visit their mother in person at her nursing home. Ken has hiked 25% of all North Carolina state parks this year. Mavis passed her stress test. Heart is good, God is great. Angela is free of a toxic relationship and feels stress-free. Patty is home from the hospital after a small stroke. Janet was able to attend live church worship after a battle with COVID-19. Yolinda is a two-time breast cancer survivor. She was nervous about chest scans, but doctors said all results were normal. Kathy's son pulled off the most perfect proposal to his sweetheart. Bonnie saw her twin sister for their birthday. They had not been able to visit in person since the pandemic. Alicia, her mother and husband, got their second COVID vaccine and saw their granddaughter. And Glenda's son graduates in May. He's autistic and found out last week he's valedictorian.
Lots of great stuff this week. Okay, so for me, my good news is that my parents were here. They came to visit. This is their fourth time here, and so you kind of run out of places to go visit. That's what you think, at least. But we went to so many places. We got to go to the Civil Rights Museum in downtown Greensboro. We went to Petty Garage in Level Cross, and we went to the North Carolina Zoo in Asheboro. So we were all over the place, and it was fun.
You hit a lot of places.
Yes,
I want to check a lot of those places out, so we'll have to talk about that. My good news is I got my second COVID vaccine shot.
All right.
On Tuesday.
Golf clap.
My arm is no longer sore, and I look forward to just being able to travel, you know, getting out of the country hopefully soon. So I'm looking forward to that.
You can go with Jalen to Turks and Caicos.
Yeah.
Turks and Caicos. plenty of room.
Can you imagine if we all just showed up and poor Jalen would be like, oh no.
It ruined my whole
It's like
trip.
we're at work.
Get away from me. My good news is that, so last week my wife was sick. She wasn't feeling good. And my good news is that she's feeling great now because, let's all say it together, when Mama ain't happy, nobody's happy. So we had to get her back.
Glad to hear she's feeling better.
Yeah.
Yep. So Lauren, like you, my good news is I got my second vaccine.
Yes.
And my first bag is packed for Turks and Caicos.
Yeah.
I only got one more to pack and I'm ready to go.
Why are you bringing so much clothing?
That's a great question. I don't know.
It's
I
probably
gotta have
shoes.
options.
Knowing you, it's probably shoes.
I'm gonna say, you know me, man. I gotta have options.
See, that's like me, Jalen. My wife says I pack like a girl. That's what she says.
Yeah, me too. It's
Because
fine.
I like to have a lot of choices.
Gotta
Nothing
look
wrong
good,
with
right?
that.
Yep. You got to have all the what is the fabric that you wear in the islands?
Cotton, linen?
Linen.
Linen.
Yeah,
Linen.
a lot
Do
of
you have a
linen.
linen suit?
I was gonna say silk, but hey, either way,
What?
we'll make it happen.
It's silky gilky.
Yeah.
There you go, Eric. I hear you back there.
We have one half down, one more to go. We will see you in a couple of minutes.
We'll see you even sooner on Facebook.
That's right.
Yes, we
talk
will.
to us.
Right there. Jalen, I haven't seen you talk at all today on there.
You know, I'm on the way.
Calling you out.
I just finished my actual job, so I'm
Your
working.
actual job.
I'm working on this part
Yeah,
now.
Mic check, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Mic check.
Yep.
Cool.
Chad, are you giving us the tour?
No. Oh, shoot. Let's pick a different break.
We can do it next
Let's
break.
pick a different break.
Different break when we have more time. Hey, Matt, what's the longest break we have coming up? What is the longest commercial break we have coming up?
I'm gonna do the weather sitting down. Do the ultimate.
So what time is that?
see what this looks like.
446.
Here we go.
Perfect. Okay, so Facebook, we're going to do another little behind-the-scenes thing at about 446.
Chad, do you like sit-down weather? It'll be a new thing.
Ooh, I like that. And then we could put have a sun pop up over your shoulder.
Or one of those things you tan with, the reflection
yeah.
things.
Why don't you do that? You know what? I wish that the coach would do U-Day right there. I think that's a good backdrop for U-Day.
It looks
What do you
pretty.
think,
It's
Lauren?
very tranquil.
Huh?
Did you think it's a good backdrop for U-Day?
Yes, that would be so calm and peaceful.
This would be awesome.
That would be beautiful.
I want to do.
Why do you keep volunteering me for things, Matthew?
I know.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Chilton, I want to see you do a 2 cents from out there.
Yeah.
No matter what you say, it'll be calm, right?
Right.
This feels good. And then I can
My
just I can
2
drag this over
cents.
like when we do the weather. I'll just take it with me and then just go right into the weather wall.
Do you remember when it was really hot last summer and I brought Tim Buckley a kiddie pool to put in front of the green screen?
Chad, remember when you were at the Hoppers game in the pool too?
Yes, and I had ice pops.
Ice pops.
Freeze pops.
I think you had a water gun or something?
Welcome back to your 4 to 5. We have 30 more minutes ahead. We're going to have some good times here on Facebook and on air too. I'm Eric Chilton along with Chad Silber, Lauren Coleman, and Jalen Gilkey.
Hey guys.
Hey there. How you doing?
It's almost the weekend.
It is almost the weekend. You know, we got something fun coming up here at about 4:46. If you're not watching us on Facebook, I suggest doing it because we're going to do something fun here at 4:46. Something you've probably never seen before, and you won't even see it on TV, only on Facebook.
Yeah.
How's that for a tease?
Very, very cool.
That
So
works.
make sure you head on over to Facebook, join our live stream, and chat with us so you can see that special surprise.
And before we get there, though, we've got a lot of things to talk about in your 4 to 5 roundup. First up, a big change is coming to North Carolina A&T. More out-of-state students will be admitted. For decades, freshman classes have been capped at 18% for out-of-state students at North Carolina HBCUs. Well, the UNC Board of Governors approved a change yesterday to increase the cap to 25%. This also applies to Winston-Salem State and 3 other North Carolina schools. A&T says in-state students will still be a priority. You've got to hear about this wild police chase today involving a semi-truck. An 18-wheeler led state troopers on a chase through 2 Triad counties. It started when a trooper tried to pull over the semi on I-40 in Alamance County. Troopers say the truck took off, leading troopers on a chase into Guilford County, where it eventually crashed into a ditch. Investigators say the driver, Julian Parsons, then got out and took off, but was arrested. Troopers say Parsons hit 2 cars during the chase, but no one was hurt. Parsons is charged with several crimes, including DWI. The CDC says there is no evidence to suggest the Pfizer or Moderna vaccines pose a risk to pregnant women. The results are part of the biggest study yet on vaccine safety among pregnant women. It included more than 35,000 women who were either already pregnant or soon to become pregnant. Other than typical vaccine side effects, researchers didn't find any obvious safety concerns. The CDC says this is an encouraging first step.
Encouraging overnight lows, we could say that, because we went from 30s, lower 30s, now we're looking at mid 40s, maybe even some upper 40s for overnight lows, because clouds are starting to build in even as we speak. So expect that, and then it will be, unfortunately, rainy Saturday. If you have outdoor plans, don't count on that. Sunday is a much better day, and we'll even warm up a good bit. We'll watch our winds start to shift. Right now, the cloud cover is starting to build in. Again, if you go out to a wider shot, you can see a lot of this rain. Now, this is a frontal boundary that will be moving throughout the day on Saturday, and technically overnight tonight too, all the way until Sunday morning. So that's a lot of ground cover there. But that high pressure moves off, opens the door for all of this to move in. And again, the rain associated with that low pressure system, that's a 90% chance of showers. We think most of the thunderstorm activity is well to the south of us, but it's a decent amount of rain, or at least a longer time of seeing rain, because that chance exists all day Saturday night. It'll start to taper down into Saturday night and into Sunday morning, but Sunday will be a day where we see gradual clearing. So clouds build in 46 tonight, tomorrow 58. Rain at times. It is kind of an on again, off again showery day and into the evening. And then your 7-day forecast here, 70 on Sunday, maybe a morning leftover shower, but then clearing out. The end of the day looks great. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, boy, that's nice. 75 to 82 for a range of highs and lots of sun. We'll stay in the low 80s on Thursday, and then a little rain moves in with another front. That'll drop us down to 73 with a slight chance of rain again by Friday of next week.
Well, it's almost time for Friday Football Fever. Triad teams hoping to keep playing for a title. WFNY News 2's Amanda Ferguson is at North Davidson High School for our Game of the Week. Amanda.
Lauren, it's the second round of high school football playoffs. 11 Triad teams still out here fighting for a championship. Now, 2 of those teams playing tonight here at North Davidson. The Black Knights hosting Oak Grove. Now, the Black Knights have beaten the Grizzlies 2 weeks ago. They've only lost 1 game this season, and they're looking for that same result tonight. Head coach Brian Flynn says it's hard to beat any team twice, especially with a lot on the line tonight. But coach says his guys have been locked in all season, no matter how tiring practice gets. He gives a lot of credit to his senior class.
This senior class has been fantastic. Like I said, the leadership with these guys is top notch. These underclassmen have followed their lead, especially through this pandemic and trying to figure things out. So it's paid off. Here we are in the second round with a chance to win a tough football game Friday night and to play for and host a regional final.
We're about 3 hours away from kickoff here at North Davidson, but before that, coming up at 5, we're going to talk to Oak Grove and their thoughts on the upcoming game.
Amanda, thank you. From football to baseball, excitement is building just 11 days out from opening day for the Greensboro Grasshoppers. No baseball last year means even more anticipation for this season. WFNY News 2's Jalen Gilkey found out how this season will look differently.
Well, there will be limited seating capacity, social distancing, and mask wearing will be all a part of the 2021 fan experience at First National Bank Field in downtown Greensboro. But team president and general manager Donald Moore is just happy minor league baseball is back.
Our last game here was August 29th of 2019, so just the thought of having people in the stadium and baseball going on, and regardless of some of these things we're going to be doing differently is a great feeling, and I think a lot of people are really anxious to get out and sort of resume life as they know it.
After 19 months without minor league baseball, the Greensboro Grasshoppers will be back in action at First National Bank Field on May 4th. Team president and general manager Donald Moore says the season will start without some fan favorites.
Here, Major League Baseball is not allowing anybody on the field other than players, coaches, and umpires. So a lot of the in-between innings skits and things of that nature, the dog going to get in the bat, all that stuff will temporarily be on halt because of the things that we're going to have to adhere to.
But Moore says other favorites will be back and better than ever.
We're going to have great fireworks shows on Saturday nights. We're going to have some fireworks shows on Fridays. We're going to have our Thirsty Thursday promotions. We're going to have a whole lot of promotions and things that we normally have that I think people will enjoy and will add to the entertainment.
And it's also important to mention the Hoppers are hiring game day operations staff, excuse me. So if you're looking for a seasonal job, this may be the one for you. I'll have details in my web story on WFNYnews2.com.
You know, Jalen, this is one of my favorite things coming back. I love Hopper's baseball season. And, you know, obviously last year it couldn't happen, but I'm so happy that it'll be back just a couple of days out. It's always such a good time down there. And for me, I'm sad. The only reason that I don't like working the night shift is because I miss Thirsty Thursdays. That is always so fun.
You have to just run over to get your dinner, Chad, then come right back.
That's true. Yeah, but see, then I'm going to have FOMO because everyone's having a great time.
I know.
And I'm going to have to come back to work.
Yeah, you're going to see us all on Instagram and our stories having a good time. I'm excited to check this out. I love baseball. My family, we always go to Nationals games every summer. So when I moved here and saw there was a local league here, I was like, yes. So I'm glad it's coming back, and I definitely look forward to that.
All right, well, we're going to take a group field trip and we're going to leave Chad. So I'm thinking the 4th. I don't know about how you guys are feeling.
We'll get to post it on Facebook.
Yeah, let's just rub it in.
I think that it would be fun. We'll have to get management involved in this, but it'd be fun to do like a live show, live 4 o'clock show out there.
We definitely need to do that.
Ahead of opening day.
Y'all hear that?
Yep. You hear that?
You listening,
you hear
boss?
That?
Yeah, boss, you listening?
But you know who needs to really be listening?
Oh.
Our head of operations, Jeff.
Oh,
Make
Jeff.
sure he's because that's you just created a whole new project for Jeff.
Well, despite that, we might get the chance to do it.
Lauren, one thing I will tell you, so this league baseball is so much different than the pros. And I feel like people really get into it. It's a lot of fun. You always see people walking around with Hopper's gear on, and they've got these dogs, they call them the bat dogs, who retrieve the bats after a player hits the ball and then throws it. So it's really
entertainment.
Cool. Yeah,
It's a show.
they've got these dogs trained, and it's really neat to see.
All right, so let's do it.
We're all in. Chad's got to work.
I'm in.
Yeah. Okay. We're gonna be back in a couple of minutes.
Come join us on Facebook.
Yeah, we'll be there.
Listen up, boss.
Listen
we want
up.
to go.
Listen up, Jeff.
No,
Just
not
do a
that
live
one.
show out there. But hey, it was my idea, so I get to go.
It's fine. That's why I just didn't even say nothing.
That's so funny.
I was sitting over. I was like, but like it's important that I tell people what makes it unique.
Because I kept seeing it say.
Hey, I get it, Chad. I get it. Oh man, you know, guys, I actually went to the last Hoppers game.
Oh, breaking news! Breaking news! Jeff just texted me.
Yeah, you're in trouble, bro.
You say you create more
He said,
work.
"I'm all for doing the Hoppers game live."
Let's make it
Okay,
happen.
all right.
All right.
First step of many.
Right. We have a lot of steps to get to make that happen, but hey, it's a good start.
Great start.
I was looking to see. I thought our boss had texted me about it. Like, stop talking about it. But she didn't. She didn't. I saw a text. I was like, oh, what do we do?
Wouldn't that be fun?
That would be really
great.
cool. Get
So
to wear our
much fun.
polos and stuff. That would be
Oh yeah,
in the past.
it's a great time. I might get in that cage, show y'all what I got going. Serious. Next time we have a Hoppers promo, I'm in it.
Yeah, you gotta
And
be.
don't
in
tell the pitcher. Don't tell the pitcher.
Just show up, Jalen.
I'm gonna just show up. I might have a little something for him, maybe. I might be able to sneak him once, like the first one. I gotta jump on the first one though.
What you should do, one time they let me do this, we surprised some, I put on the
you were the
Hopper's
cricket?
mascot thingy. What am I thinking? What's his name?
I'm about to say Chad.
No, what is it? Oh my gosh.
Guilford.
Guilford, that's
That's
right.
exactly
So I
what
put
it
on Guilford's costume and went out there, and just we were goofing around, and then our former anchor was out there, and then I took the head off, and then he looked over and freaked out. What are you doing?
That's a great. That's
Since
a
I
great
was a
gimmick.
professional mascot.
I know. Have you talked about this to the Facebook people?
I don't know.
Oh yeah, tell them about your past life.
Yeah, your past life.
I was the first Ramses for Carolina, the first person in the costume.
He's
for
a
UNC.
And where? I
He's a
need to see a
groundbreaker.
picture of this.
The costume was horrible.
Well, but I also want to see what
It's
you
on-
look like.
Hey man.
All right, let's be honest. Few people actually enjoy hospital stays. There's all that stress, laying around wondering what's wrong, and wondering when you can go home.
Yeah, but recently, one first-grade girl has decided to make the best out of her hospital stay. It involves a whole lot of shots, but not the ones that you're probably thinking about. And now she has the entire hospital staff coming by to spend time with her.
I've been in the hospital for 6 days now.
If you're here for any length of time,
We're trying to find out why I have seizures.
something's wrong, right?
She had a vision.
To take her mind off of all the whatever, Ava Schmidt brought a game she calls
Ava's animal game.
She sets small toys on her window ledge, then shoots them off with a Nerf gun.
This gun.
You get 1 point for each animal.
The trees, the bushes, and the rocks mean you lose a point if you hit them.
One more rule.
You cannot go on the rug.
After she put this sign on her door,
She had a whole plan.
in they came.
The word's spreading throughout the whole hospital.
Doctors and nurses. Not to take her temperature or draw blood, but to play.
A few minutes ago, we had 5.
There's all 5 getting their shots in.
There is one doctor that says, I'm going to get this one, and then he hits it down.
Ava made a scoreboard.
When you walk by and see that your team's score is going down, you got to come in and match up and try to beat them.
Nothing but the best. This doctor brought some heavy Nerf artillery.
That was Spencer.
Well, Spencer, when we check your aim in slow-mo, you kind of suck. This was room 605 for Ava's entire stay.
The thing about nurses and the fact that they're, I don't even want to say it, but currently winning is because they're here around the clock. So they're sneaking in here in the middle of the night to try to up their score.
Shouldn't these people get back to work? Seeing this certainly proves one thing. Hospital stays can be
We knocked down lots of trees and rocks.
all fun and games.
She's kind of set this foundation of a really cool idea that we can incorporate in other patients' rooms.
Oh, wow.
I love
That's
that.
fun.
Love it. I mean, for those of you that have been in the hospital, you know, it is super stressful, but that would be a blast. And to do that with children is even better. I volunteer, when I lived in Tampa, I volunteered at Tampa Children's Hospital, and to see those little faces, you know, every day, and to make them smile once in a while when they have to do dialysis and all this other stuff, and that would be awesome.
Yeah.
Great program.
Very awesome. It looked like the adults were enjoying it more than she was. That doctor came in with that huge Nerf gun, but I think that's such a great idea. Like you said, it lightens the mood not only for the children, but for the employees as well, because they see so much there. So that just looks like a great time. Especially
right now, you know, we've interviewed so many medical professionals, health people from hospitals over the last year, and you know, it is a heavy weight to carry to go through a pandemic. So even just to have 10 minutes of just shooting a Nerf gun with a kid
makes a difference.
It's got to be a lot of fun.
I think it makes a difference for everybody that walks by or in that room. You know, it's very
Absolutely.
good. We love it. All right, we're going to take a break. We're coming right back. Stay
This
with
is
us.
that important break.
Oh, this is the big one.
Yes, this is the big break.
Come
So
to
if you're not on Facebook, you should go there. We're going to do something a little behind the scenes that you will never see on TV.
So I have to be back in. Oscar thing.
Says it's testing.
Oh, ouch. We're getting
Testing
things set
right
up,
now.
folks.
Testing. On air. Okay. Since you know so
There you
much, do you want
Can we
to?
do the same thing?
Yeah.
Well, here I can do some in here that maybe you don't see, because you'll see a lot of our studio from that wide picture that we have with the camera that's suspended up in the air. But this is the Steadicam that we use. Crazy looking contraption, but believe it or not, that steadies that camera, and then our person can pick that up and walk around, take shots of us. These vertical monitors are actually on wheels, so we roll those all over the place wherever we need them. Good Morning Show kitchen set. That is not an actual window, by the way.
Oh,
That
it's you
is
told
a
them the secret.
TV screen back there, and the sink doesn't work either. There's a sign there that says "Do not dump anything," because lots of the chefs on the Good Morning Show don't know that, and they do that.
Show them the lights up top. Do they ever get to see just like all?
They probably don't.
Like, have you ever wondered how many lights there are? If not, Well, you should be amazed at the number of lights that are. I kind of wish that they were UV lights so I could at least get a tan while we're doing the news, right?
You know, used to when they were regular lights and not LEDs, it was really hot in a studio, and so they had to crank the AC. And so studios were usually freezing cold when you first walked in until the lights got up. So this is behind the scenes. I'll do this real quick. I don't know how much time we have left and what you can see. Does that picture still look okay, Chad? Can
yeah,
you see?
It does. Mm-hmm.
So storage back there, we have some lighting equipment. And I showed you this if you weren't with us in the last break. These loading doors are massive because they go back to the old days, and it is extremely heavy. They're so thick. There's the old sign, Studio One. This is prop storage, basically where we keep a lot of the old electronics. Some of these edit bay systems that we don't even use that anymore, right? Everything's digital. Those are tape-to-tape machines. And then some more storage up there. We used to have props from way back in the day with children's shows and that type of thing. Yep, there's a monitor so we can see as we're walking into the weather garden area. This was the wood shop. Yes, it's got tons of super cool equipment. We don't use it anymore, but we used to have a guy who would help build sets for us. Now, there's a temporary little weather station here so that when we go out to the weather garden, we can quickly get out there, and then if Tim Buckley or Christian or myself or Ed or whoever.
Here, I'll take over for you because you got 30 out.
Oh, man.
Go to E.
Okay, I'm
camera
going.
2.
I'm going.
I think, no, camera 4. We'll come back out here. So out here, we have actually set up kind of a crude TV set that we were going to use in case of an emergency. So
So there is a locally owned theater in Winston-Salem that absolutely loves Oscar time. Now in the past, they would hold a watch party there, but with the pandemic, they've taken this in a completely different direction. Aperture Cinema is the name of this place. They're teaming up with a restaurant called Lean Back Soul Food, and they're selling Oscar-themed meals for the big day. Organizers say it's nothing like what they're used to, but they wanted to make it as fun as possible while remaining as safe as possible, both now and for the future.
So Oscars are always on Sunday night. Sometimes it's hard for us to get people to leave their house to come to the party. So this might be a way to do both and to still be a part of Aperture in this way, to celebrate, the year in film. So I kind of think as I have with all of the things we've done over the last year in the pandemic, I think about, well, maybe we should do this too when we, get back to business.
Now, it's one thing to serve up unique meals, but coming up with individually themed 3-course dinners, that was something else entirely.
And so they're all different. Like Judas and the Black Messiah is sort of breakfast for dinner. And Minari is obviously a Korean dish, and Nomadland is steak because she has a steak dinner in the film. And so the dinner, each package is a dinner for 2. So you just pick one film.
It's so cool. If you want more information on this, just look for this story. It's on our website, or it will be after the show, WFMYnews2.com. You do what you have to make things work, and that sounds like a ton of fun. By the way, if you've never been to that theater, when they do get back to normal, you have to go check it out. They do a lot with the River Run International Film Festival, so they're very cool people there.
Another thing to put on my list.
Yes.
Another thing to check out. This is really awesome. I'm glad they're still able to do this, and I was looking at that menu there. They had wings, macaroni shells. Looks delicious.
I'm all about trying new flavors and new foods, and sometimes you just never know where to go to try new things, so I think it's a great idea just to kind of expand my palate a little bit.
And the level of thought and creativity that went into this whole idea is just unbelievable. I just can't, you got to reinvent yourself, and everybody's been having to do it this last couple years, and for this idea to come about and be unique and a fresh breath of fresh air is just a wonderful event.
It's perfect, and it's fun. There's a little bit of humor in there too, so we love it. And by the way, my photographer that I work with, mostly Manning, we all know Manning here.
Manuel,
that's right. He is all about film. He is an Oscar trivia maniac, so this was his story, his idea, and he knows those people too. We should have him on one day and just do Oscar trivia, because he knows it all.
Yeah, he's like an encyclopedia of movies and cinema. Just a buff.
We'll put him on the
I'd
hot
love
seat.
to see it.
Yeah, we'll do that. We'll get him in the hot seat, do a lightning round with him. All right, let's take a look at our forecast and see what's happening here. Do we see some changes? We do, and for the better, because we'll start to warm back up again. Now, tomorrow's still going to be a little bit chilly, but our overnight lows tonight are going to be much better than where they have been. I mean, look at the numbers even now. 61 in the Triad, 63 in Raleigh, Fayetteville at 67. We've got 57 in Asheville, so still a little bit cool, of course, as you head back to the mountain communities. Now, tonight and tomorrow, clouds build in tonight. You may see a sprinkle. In fact, you could see that at any time, starting right now, but more likely late overnight. But 46 for the low, then cloudy, cool. We will see on again, off again showers at any time possible on your Saturday. Not a great day for outdoor plans. You may have to move that to Sunday. The high 58. To go out to a wider shot here, you can see a lot of the instability. This is a frontal boundary that's way back to the west now, but it takes it a day or two to really get through our area. In fact, we'll still hold about a 30% chance of maybe a morning shower. That'll be on Sunday, and then we should start to clear out, and then a great stretch of days here. How about 58 with a rainy Saturday, but then 70 on Sunday and clearing, a stretch of sunshine and warmer air. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 75 Monday, 80 and 82 for Tuesday and Wednesday, and we will stay in the low 80s, but get a late day pop-up shower chance. That'll be as we head into Thursday and Friday, but cooler weather behind the front that brings rain on Thursday. That'll drop us to 73 by Friday.
NC Workers is hosting a hiring event at its Greensboro.
And nowadays, I didn't want to say the name.
Hi there. We're doing Minnesota, Mississippi, Missouri.
Because she's like, you know, I didn't have to worry about COVID. These are my plates. This is my couch. This is my bed. Hi, I'm here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6.
Hey, oh wait, I have to turn it on. 1 second. Okay. Sorry, I had to turn it on. Can you hear me? Is it still my turn? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Mic check. Mic check. Mic check. Mic check. Hey, mic check. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Hey, what's up? Mic check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Mic.
So, do you remember during the pandemic when our weekends were pretty laid back, right? You're kind of stuck at home. You have nothing to do, things around the house. It was good for a while, but then you got really bored and everybody started complaining. Well, now things are opening back up, and that means so are our schedules. So, let me give you an example. This weekend, and I'm going to read directly from my calendar, My third oldest son has a flag football practice tonight. Then we have a family get-together after that. Tomorrow, there's an HOA meeting. Then my third oldest has a haircut in the middle of the day, followed by, right after that, my youngest, has a soccer game. Followed by that is another football game, this time a game, not a practice. And then I fall down and go to sleep. Now, on Sunday, you would think, oh, we get a break, right? No. If my third oldest wins the football game on Saturday, then there's another one on Sunday. And since my band hadn't played a gig in a year and a half, we have about a 3-hour practice Sunday afternoon. There goes the weekend. So, remember when there was a pandemic and all of that? Do you want the pandemic again? No, none of us want that. All I want is my leisurely weekends back, please. That's what you get when we get back into reality, isn't it? We'll live. That's just my 2 cents. You'll see if I can survive on Monday. And that's your 4 to 5 WFMY News 2 at 5 starts now.
We begin with breaking news right now on WFMY News 2 at 5 o'clock. CDC advisors just voted to recommend the use of the Johnson & Johnson vaccine once again. You'll recall 10 days ago, the one-dose shot was paused after some women reported rare blood clots